Michael, Coach, do you guys feel you maybe lost in that first half where those chances that you had, those 2 tries that went begging?
No, because there were still opportunities at the end. We finished that playoff. When it goes into touch with about 6 minutes to go, we're a good chance of scoring there because we were over. And you've still got to score in the last minute. Like sometimes that happens. We've created a lot of good opportunities, and we gave a couple away as well. But sometimes that happens in the game, and you just got to then be able to react. You can't. Yeah, you've got to make sure you can react at the end. You've got to take your chips if you can, cash your chips out at that time. It's good, then the game's still going on, so there's still opportunities.
Michael, what was the message at half time there? Michael Hooper said after the game that was some world-class attack there. How did you feel?
Well, I thought we did a lot of the things that we've been preparing. Like you watch a game and see we caused we created opportunities where we scored 2 tries and both of them weren't given in the end. And I think just a lot of small things sort of went against us in that period as well that turned the momentum away. But I was happy that a lot of the things that we've been working on, we were able to bring out there. I thought our defence was, I know, it was 5 tries, but our defence was good in a lot of the phase plays as well. And we've just got to learn how in that second half when we didn't have a lot of the ball, we were just a bit loose with it when we did have it, and that gave the momentum back to the other team.
The Taniela yellow was a rather big moment. What did you make of that call?
Yeah, I make it as the wrong call. The other guy should have been sent in the sin bin. He went, the 4th official said he focused on the green player who came in with a shoulder charge. I don't know who it was. And then Taniela came in after that to get him with his arms wrapped at the right height. So I'm not sure if just big contact is a penalty these days, but that's a wrong decision.
Michael, do you feel the scoreline flattered the box?
Mate, the scoreline's irrelevant. There's a winner and a loser. We lost, they won.
Michael, that decision, with the minute to go in the first half, 14 points to 10 down, to go for a scrum, you feel like that decision was probably one of the key decisions to that sort of put the game in the Springboks?
Not with 44 minutes to go. To walk you through my thinking there, defending a midfield scrum 5 metres out from your own line is the hardest place to defend from. Numerically in the backs, it is super hard to D up. So we won the scrum. The next thing, we just had to get it out and it's a try. So that, if you're a gambling man, that's a small bet. Chances are in our favour there. We didn't execute. And look, the reality is we take the 3 points there. We still had to receive a kick-off and we're 14-13 down. You're still losing the game. So look, had a chance to see what our scrum could do there. Didn't get it. We moved on. Still the second half to go.
Michael, what did you think of the forward effort overall? First half, nailed all the line-outs, which was obviously an issue last year. Can you talk us through what you thought of some of the forward effort?
Myself or Michael Hooper?
Michael Hooper.
Yeah, I was impressed with the skill set of some of our forwards. To be under pressure from the South African team, who clearly had a rush defence in mind from the start of the game, and the ability to get the ball away. Like we said, we created a lot of opportunity in that first half. Even from deep in our own zone, that was really pleasing. So we capitalised that. It looks a bit different. We couldn't get those guys into the game in the second half, unfortunately. You go down a man, and I thought the African team, or South African team, controlled the momentum really well. We had minimal amount of percent and possession percentage, territory percentage. So how we could have, what we'll look at is how we can get our forwards into the game in the right areas of the field in that second half. I think we could have even, I was surprised at how chocked up we were getting when we were delivering the ball. We seemed to deliver the ball quite well from line out, and the South African defence was right on us immediately. So we'll have to look at how we can get a bit of an advantage there. Yeah, look, I mean, line out worked well. Scrum left a bit to be desired, but it's a first hit out for some new combinations there and some late changes into our week that we'll be better for that hit out against a good South African team.
Coach, your back row, very different to what we've seen with Wallaby sides. Pocock obviously, Pocock as well as Super this time around with two big men. Were you happy with their performance against the big men of South Africa?
Yeah, I thought Naisarani had an excellent debut. He was involved in the game, and he was consistently involved in the game. He didn't have very high error count, so he was present all the time. He made some crucial catches, and he defended with physicality. Lucan also, I think, played the same. I'd like to get him onto the ball a little bit more, like carrying with a bit more, like from a bit more depth. But I thought they definitely played good roles in the game, and when David's back, we'll have the ability to mix and match between the two types of game.
Yeah, I was about to ask as a follow-up, is that the way forward going into the World Cup?
I think we'll be able to play a little bit of both. Yeah, we don't have to say we're going to sign off on one way of playing in that regard, how we set up.
Michael, Rassie was quite complimentary with box kicking and Nick's standards there. What do you think of him and also Tom Banks as well?
Yeah, I thought White was very good. He marshalled the troops well. We had a lot of quick ball, which he was arranging pretty well with the forwards and making good passing choices. So I really rated the way he played the game. He had a couple of nice kicks and also a lot of pressure in defence. Put a lot of pressure from where he defended. Tom Banks, with the type of defence, not a huge amount of opportunities out wide for him to get in the game, but everything he did, he got involved in quite well, and he worked hard in the back three. I think that was something that our back three did well. They worked hard together to sort of ward off a lot of kicking that came from early in that first half in particular, and give us some field position with the ball, which we pretty much dominated in the first half. So I think that they can both be pleased with their outings. Obviously, there's improvement for everyone, and we can build on some of the things we've got there today.
Skipper, were you taken by surprise by the debut that the Springboks scrum half had today?
No. South Africans put up a quality team, and you expect if a guy comes in to start that he's going to be a pretty good player. And weren't surprised at all. He had a good game. Seemed to marshal their guys, pick the right option a lot of the time. They did some good things out there.
Coach, the South African defence was pretty, sort of quick out off the line. Didn't give Bernard Foley a lot of options, especially out wide. We spoke about Tom Banks not having a lot of options out wide. Got a little better when Kirtley came on. Got to attack the line a little bit more. Is that the plan from the get-go to get as much out of Bernard?
No, I think that we knew that they would come with that hard line speed. So I think we made a significant amount of breaks, even considering that. When teams play a rush on you like that, you're going to get slammed sometimes. It's just the nature of the beast. They're going to slam you, and sometimes you're going to be able to pick it apart. I thought we picked it apart on a few occasions. Some of them were close. You see that most of the times they were able to get us. We were sort of standing still instead of being onto the ball. So maybe a little bit more onto the ball in those situations. But it's going to happen with rush defences. You're going to get it sometimes, and then you got to pick your way around. And I thought we made enough breaks today. To we scored 3 tries, and then we pretty much gave 2 away. One dropped over the line, and then the other one was taken off us. So I think that there was, considering their line speed, we were still able to pick a few holes apart in the defence.
Michael, you said a couple of weeks ago that you guys were coming from a long way back after obviously last season. Are you happy with the progress you've made in these couple of weeks?
It's difficult to use the word happy when you lose a test match, I believe that we showed a lot of good signs tonight. I know that people may not see that in the result, but for us, for what we've been building on, it's the first time we've put this type of some of the things we're doing out on the field. And I know that the commitment to playing that way and both in attack and defence, is there, and that it will build as the season goes on. And we know there's some big things later on in the year. So, but I suppose the number one thing for us now is to get ready and get back to our home ground in Brisbane, where we've got a great opportunity to go out there and build on what we did today. You know, be a little bit, perhaps not give away some of the simple opportunities we gave away, and convert some more of our own.
Check, can I ask for an update on the prop situation, James Slippers, knock, and what other props might be available next week?
We'll just go through the standard HIA protocol now, so that will be to see whether his availability is there or not for next week. Scott CEO's recovering now. We're hoping that he'll be back in action for next week, but that's not certain as yet. And you know, Tom Robertson will be out, that's for sure. We know that. So we'll have a look at what our possible combinations are. If Alan Alato, we'll have to decide, see where he's at, even though he's on the other side there, see where he's at, and we'll come to some conclusions from there.
Harry Johnson-Holmes got the dream debut that a longer period of time, had some good involvements, had his big test in the scrum and whatever. How did you assess his?
Yeah, I think he handled it quite well, considering he's come in with 2 days prep. He flew in on Wednesday night, and he's out in the field playing here, and he got a significant amount of time. He certainly did himself proud in being out there and being involved, as the other debutant did, Naisarani, and that's something for him to build on. You know, he gets a bit more, he'll get a few more opportunities with us, and we'll see, you know, see how he builds into that. But I think that he accepted the challenge pretty well. You know, he was not shy in coming forwards to take on the challenge, and I think we had a couple of scrums where which twisted around. One in particular that we got hurt on. I don't think he was on for that, but in the rest of the time we thought we were very competitive in scrum, and in fact I don't think we got some of the pay for some of the collapses, which I thought should have gone our way. You know, I understand that that's being adjudicated by the linesman, and they're calling that, but I think that a couple of those could have been our way very easily.
Question is, I know the results haven't been as pleasing in the last sort of 2 years, but it's one of these sides generally peaks closer to a World Cup and going into the tournament. Are you hoping for the sort of same formula to continue into Japan?
We're not hoping. We're making everything we can happen so it does happen. Like, we're planning it out. And like I said, I know that people think we're from a long way back, obviously, but we'll be doing our best, and what happens on the field will show at the end of the day. You know, that's what will show.
Just a quick follow-up on that. In the week you mentioned that Australian teams are known for backs to the wall stuff leading up into this, what would be a very, very monumental year. Are you hoping to tap into the character of Australian culture in order to persevere?
Look, I think that even today, you know, we're in a situation where we're under some pressure after where they scored a try in the very corner. Every player got in, tried to shut the play down, and even when it got to the very last man, when the winger scored in the corner, we had a guy chasing over there trying to knock it out of his hand as he put it over the goal line. And we'll keep doing that, and in attack and defence, and that will build into something. And you know, the disappointment that we're feeling today, we can use that as part, not the only thing, because we're building. Like I said, there's a lot of good things, but just as part of what we want to bring, I suppose, emotionally as we push towards a World Cup.